This week on Beyond Stillness, Stories After Stroke, we welcome guest Larry White of Linton, Indiana. He is a retired D.O.D. of 32 years. On Veterans Day 2016, Larry became a stroke survivor, not victim. He stresses the importance of positivity, camaraderie, competition, and drive. He describes his story as a collection of stories, acknowledging the importance of collaboration in recovery. Larry's story is entitled Go Further Together. Thank you for joining us for Part 2, Larry White's interview.
Beyond Stillness, Stories After Stroke is made possible by our guests and tax-deductible donations from friends and listeners like you. Join us in empowering stroke survivors with stories of wisdom, purpose, connection, and hope at www.beyondstillness.org.
Hello and welcome to Beyond Stillness. Stroke offers a powerful, life-changing shift in perspective. Each colorful memory creates a parable for life's greater teachings, a compass for journeys ahead, and inspired wisdom for unique growth. This radio show, Beyond Stillness, offers an hour of pause for storytelling and reflection. Ultimately, Beyond Stillness is a welcoming environment that reveres the moment beyond stroke's paralysis. Still moments unite humanity and divinity. I'm your host, Molly Bucola. Today we welcome guest Larry White from Linton, Indiana. He is a retired D.O.D. civilian of 32 years, with 3 years in the Army after high school. Larry is 67 years young, a husband, father of 2 daughters, and a proud grandpa of 1 grandson. In his spare time, Larry likes to get out on his trike and agitate his friends over coffee. Larry's story is entitled Go Further. We'll start with a moment of pause. Before we can go further, oftentimes we have to sit still, appreciating, understanding, and acknowledging where we begin. Maybe taking awareness of our breath in this space, opening our minds and our hearts for that which is beyond. Today we offer gratitude for ways that our friends, our families, our caregivers, even acquaintances, have pushed us along our recovery journey. May we support and inspire other people on theirs. And today, we give thanks. Larry, in your story, you said, I finally got to the point I could walk, but wanted to do more.
Yes.
What are your goals these days? And how are you working towards them?
Oh, yeah, I'm working on it right now. I've got the phone in my left hand while I'm trying to plug into the charger. I got a tennis ball I squeeze. I've got my weights I put on my arm. Just try to make my left arm do things, grab things. If I'm sitting there, like right now, I got my glasses off, take my left hand and try to pick up my glasses, which is not one to do right now. It just did it, see?
Oh, there you go. You did it.
Yeah. Like I said, there's always something you can do to try.
Yeah.
I keep pushing to get to be 100%. You know, you may never get to 100%, but you'll never know till you get out and try.
Yeah. I love your thoughts on camaraderie and emphasis on finding others who support and challenge you.
Mm-hmm.
This is the best case scenario, though. If you're human, I'm sure you have days that feel like you're a victim. In your story, you said there are victims and there are survivors. Victims lay there and say, "Why me?" They get in their own heads and sometimes are their own worst enemies. I'm thinking about stroke survivors who aren't quite there yet. Are you willing to share a day that you felt discouraged?
I don't have days I want to give up. I have days I just don't, you get in a blah. You don't feel like doing things. But on those days, that's when I push myself the hardest to get out and do it. First of all, I'll get in my car, drive down, have a cup of coffee with the old farts. And that always gets me in a good mood. So then I'm ready to go at it again. So, when you have camaraderie, that doesn't mean just with other stroke people. That means with your everyday life. Get out and see people. See everybody. People you don't know, become friends with. Then you can go. You just think how fortunate you are to get out and visit.
Get out, talk to other people. That's
That's
what you're saying.
right.
How do you motivate yourself to do that when you don't feel like seeing anyone and you just want to crawl into your bed and be alone and not talk to anybody? How do you get out of that funk?
I've always tried to push myself to get better, so I try not to ever get to that funk. The minute I start to do that, I go out and I start doing something, and the funk disappears.
Hmm.
They always say that if you wake up with a hangover, you get the hair of the dog that got bit you, so just go at it.
I haven't heard that before. Say it again.
I said, just like if you wake up with a hangover, they always said the hair of the dog. You take what you got and drink it and go on it again, start over. It'll come back. I guess, I'm prior military and stuff, so you've never been able to have just I give up. You've had to push yourself, so
It's never been an option.
no, never has been an option to
Hmm.
feel sorry for myself. I guess another way of looking at it, somebody's always got it worse than you. So if you're able to get out and do something, do what you can do, and maybe it'll bring up the moral support to do more.
What I see in you is the way that you live your life, other people look to you and want to do more because they see you doing that.
Well, I do have people stop me in the park saying I'm an inspiration. They wish they could do it. I said, come on. And we'll just start walking and talking. I said, dang, we can do more, huh? Yeah. Get your mindset right and you can go.
Man, you don't have trouble finding friends, it sounds.
No, I've never met a stranger in my life.
Hmm.
You ought to be able to tell that the way we've talked.
Larry, I love that the first time that you saw someone riding a trike, it was a lady in the park, and you stopped her and you asked her what the hand trike was and how it worked, and you asked her about her life. You are an outgoing person that engages with other people. You just said that you've never seen a stranger in your life because you
Right.
approach people as a friend.
That's right.
How do you suggest stroke survivors begin to find their team, their family of fellow stroke survivors?
I guess I've been awful fortunate. I went to a hospital. That's all they had was TB, brain injuries and stuff like that. So I got to see all kinds. So you got to watching them and seeing how they push themselves. So you started pushing yourself, and you picked out the ones that wanted to get better and talked with them. And before you know it, you had a little group going to challenge each other, like me, Michelle, and John. John lives 2 hours away. Michelle lives out on the West Coast. We never met before, but we got to talking and become friends through our groups, like the Stroke Sweat Squad, your church groups, your social groups, any group, whatever it is. Unless you're a true hermit, which I've never met a true hermit, because they wouldn't be out in public, I guess, if it was a true hermit.
Are you willing to tell me a little about Stroke Sweat Squad?
Sure, they're a great bunch of people. They're on there to see what other people are doing to get better. They're open to challenges. Very few of them say, woe is me. They always ask questions, whether it be, hey, I just bought a trike and I got this type of vehicle. How can I get it in? How can I get my wheelchair in the back of my car? I got a small car. They didn't show us that. We learned how to tie shoes from the Stroke Sweat Squad. We've pushed each other. It's a great organization, just like Dan Zimmerman, Spokes Fighting Strokes. So you actually see go onto his website at spokesfightingstrokes.org. and see what he does and look at his videos on YouTube, then when you can be impressed or see what can you push yourself to those levels.
Strokesfightingspokes.org.
Everything I do has got a tongue twist to it.
That's not very easy for us stroke survivors, Larry.
I know it. Don't try doing it with the partial plate in your mouth. Sometimes your tongue gets hooked on it.
Where can people find the Stroke Sweat Squad?
It's on Facebook. I don't think they've got a regular. So if you're a member of Facebook, if you're not, join Facebook. It's not a big deal. If I can join Facebook, anybody can. I'm about as computer literate as this floor. Go on to search engine Stroke Sweat Squad and you'll find it. Then just apply to a membership. Request to join. I've never seen anybody get turned down the first time. Now, if you throw a bunch of negatives in the meetings, they might kick you out for a while. Then get back in and learn your lesson.
So you focus on positivity.
That's right.
Motivate each other.
That's right. I mean, to get better, you got to have a positive attitude. You can't have a negative attitude. You can never achieve your goals with a negative attitude.
We all need a friend like Billy Bedwell. He helped you modify your treadmill and recumbent bike to fit your abilities.
Yeah.
Please tell me how you have helped other people navigate their own limiting situations.
Well, I had a young man that at 18 years old was in a bad car wreck. I was up at RHI talking one day, and the lady, we was talking about spokes fighting strokes. And she goes, I got a guy that might be interested. And I said, well, give him my home phone number, which I'm fairly easy about passing that out to stroke survivors. So next thing I know, his mother is contacting me. They live over in Illinois, which is about 2 hours away. Next thing I know, they're knocking on my door, and we set up a trike for him. And now him and his mom and his dad all have trikes and riding around. He enjoyed it so much that he got his own trike and riding around New Palestine, Illinois. His mom and dad both got them, and all three of them get out and do their family rides.
You are so generous with your experiences and helpful for other people. I love that you're open to anyone who wants help. It seems you are open to share your experience.
Yeah.
And offer your ingenuity. Is that a word? You're really thoughtful.
There's a lot of words out there that can be thrown around, I guess, but some people think it's jackassery, but no, it's not. It's
I'm not going to say that one.
Okay.
In your story, you mentioned how lucky you were when you had your stroke.
Yeah.
You said if it happened 10 minutes later, you'd be in flight over the ocean. And you just so happened to be on a layover in Newark, New Jersey, the home of Rutgers University Hospital. That has a world-renowned neurology unit, and on and on.
Yeah.
Can you tell me your thoughts on serendipity and luck?
I don't know if you call it luck. Sometimes you just got to have God on your side. So if there's an atheist out there that's offended by that, I'm sorry. You've got to have luck and God on your side, or you'll not survive. Well, I guess I just feel lucky that I've been able to go as far as I have with people pushing me. Like I said, if it had been on that airplane, who knows what would have happened, or if nobody had even noticed I was having trouble, or if I'd even not realized I was having trouble. So everything has a reason for happening. One, that made me take better care of myself. I've met a lot of people, been an influence on my life now. It's been good. I mean, there's bad, but you can always find a silver lining in a dark cloud, I guess. Does that make sense to you?
It sure does. What are your thoughts on the serendipity moments?
I asked for help from God, and I got it, I guess.
What's that mean for you now?
It gives me an opportunity to pass it on.
And that you're doing, Larry.
I'm trying. Here again, people like you, people like John Lemus, people like Michelle, people like Billy Bidwell that's willing to give a helping hand. There's more people than that. I had another friend of the family. He volunteered to drive me to my rehab every other day. And I mean, it's just you don't know how many people you got on your side till it happens.
Yeah.
People you take for granted what might not be there that are there for you. People you don't even really know that well. will come out of the corners to help you out.
That's what you said in your story. You said, once I start listing all the people who have been involved in my recovery, it's amazing.
Yes.
You talked about your gratitude in that. Like you said, you start thinking about what some people would call strangers
Yeah.
that are actually people who are on your team.
Yeah. People you know all your life are strangers because they may not be the ones there to back you up when something like this happens.
What do you do in those circumstances?
Move on. Move on. I guess I've been lucky. I've been married to the same lady for 43 years. I've got 2 daughters that are in their 40s, and we're still all close. Yeah, and I've got a lot of new friends that I hope to carry on that relationship with.
Some say their stroke didn't happen to them, but it happened for them.
This happened for me. Trust me.
Tell me more about that.
Well, I never took good care of myself. 3 cups of coffee in the morning, 2 16-ounce monsters, all before breakfast. So what's that telling you right there? Go to bed late, wake up early on the go, didn't eat right, didn't exercise right. Now I eat right, I exercise, take my medicine like I'm supposed to. I don't take things for granted, I guess, is the best answer I can give. Since it was almost taken away, I appreciate the little things now. I would have never met you if it wouldn't have been for my stroke. I'd probably never met John Loomis. I've never met Michelle Jensen, Dan Zimmerman. It's amazing. I've learned to help others. Like now, who would have thought, if you know me 9 years ago, you never thought I'd been one going up to be a volunteer at the hospital for students, which I am now.
Huh.
Made me, I don't know how the proper way to put it, made me a better person.
I see you devoting your time to other people. I also hear your gratitude for other people. It sounds like you're very connected in daily life, also on a deep level with other people.
I try to be. I try to be. A friend of mine sent me a message Saturday evening. I forget what it exactly said, but it said the old Farge Club free advice may not be good, but it's free.
It's what you pay for.
That's right. So I kind of guess you can look at it that way. You get what you pay for. To me, I paid a lot because of the stroke, but I'm not going to let it get me down.
Are you saying that you paid a lot because the stroke was so difficult and
Yes.
the recovery is difficult?
Yes. It's not easy. I'm getting a lot out of it. Like I said, I've met a lot of new people. Seen a lot of things that I probably would have never seen because of it. And, I appreciate everything that happens now. Good, bad, or indifferent. There's a reason for it. Like I said, if I can help somebody, that's what I'm for. You think it'll help a person, stroke survivor? Well, that's what we're hoping for. I said, let's get to it then. First day in the hospital, I've been working with others, I guess, trying to help out.
In your story, you talked about seeing John literally pulling other stroke survivors. He was walking with a gait belt, pulling a lady in a wheelchair. And it sounds like you're pulling people along too.
I hope so. I hope I give them a positive attitude to fight. I hope to.
Your actions themselves are giving people inspiration to fight. You're a survivor, Larry.
I'll accept inspiration there.
I know you don't like the word inspiration, but you are.
We all are. Trust me. We all are. If you're up there breathing, you're an inspiration. If you're passing the word out, that means you're an inspiration. You're trying to help others. So we're all some part an inspiration towards others.
Larry, thank you so much for having this conversation with me and for sharing your thoughts on recovery with me and with our listeners and with all of your friends on Facebook. It sounds like you're very engaged with a lot of different organizations, and on behalf of the stroke community, thank you.
Well, like I said, somebody asked you how to get a hold of me. You have my say so to give my phone number, my email address. And if you ever need to talk to me personally, call me.
Thank you, Larry. Again, you're there for your fellow stroke survivors. You're there to help and push others like they've done for you.
Thank you. Love you.
Larry, my heart. You really speak to my heart. Thank you. And now we'll close with a moment of pause, calling to mind the people we've encountered throughout recovery. Larry shared that acquaintances are not strangers, but acquaintances become friends. Let us call to mind the people who are close to us and the people who may be more distant, the people that we recognize, and others who are there without us even knowing. Let us imagine and feel their presence in our lives. They are our team. May we also serve as support and inspiration as we challenge each other and push each other forward. Because we go further together.
Amen.
Beyond Stillness, Stories After Stroke is made possible by our guests and tax-deductible donations from friends and listeners like you. Join us in empowering stroke survivors with stories of wisdom, purpose, connection, and hope at www.beyondstillness.org. Another way to support is to like, share, or subscribe to our weekly show. Again, thank you for devoting time and space for this week's episode of Beyond Stillness, Stories After Stroke.
Thank you for devoting time and space to listen to Part 2, Larry White's interview. For the full story, please listen to Part 1, Larry White's story. Each colorful memory creates a parable for life's greater teachings, a compass for journeys ahead, and inspired wisdom for unique growth. In this episode of Beyond Stillness, Stories After Stroke, we heard from guest Larry White, who became a stroke survivor, not victim, on Veterans Day 2016. Larry shared stories about other stroke survivors who have pushed and inspired him through recovery. Larry reminds stroke survivors that there isn't a conclusion to his story, but instead a united path forward. Larry's story is entitled Go Further Together. Again, thanks for listening. And remember, as part of the stroke community, you are more than supportive. You are inspirational.
If you are part of the stroke community and have a story you'd like to share on the show, please contact us. Email molly@beyondstillness.org.